Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is February 20th, 2025, Thursday morning. Peace and blessings, everybody. So, I'm here to double down on my last video from yesterday and, basically talking about this potential new tax refund proposal. And man, it just got everybody talking. And I asked the question that man, if they actually were to do this, who would be opposed to it? Who would be mad after finding out through all the uh, financial abuse, all the corruption, and the financial waste that the American taxpayers have been experiencing over the last 4 years? Now that it's being exposed, who would be against it? Who would be against us as American taxpaying citizens receiving a stimulus check, so to speak? Possibly the largest stimulus check that Americans has ever seen. And um, to my not surprise, people are actually against it. And it's insane. I want to go ahead and present some videos to y'all and we could discuss it. So man, share this video and let's talk about it. It's insane, man. It's insane to see that people are really tripping out on this. This is something that I wouldn't even think would be a thing, but apparently, hey, man, these people never cease to amaze me, man. So let's talk about this.
There's even under consideration a new concept where we give 20% of the Doge savings to American citizens and 20% goes to paying down debt, because the numbers are incredible, Elon. So many billions of dollars, billions, hundreds of billions. And we're thinking about giving 20% back to the American citizens and 20% down to pay back debt and pay down debt.
$55 billion. So far. Over 1,000 contracts have been canceled. And I think that the number is only going to go up, Ainsley.
Yeah, and he's even showing an interest in the idea of guaranteeing a $5,000 check to every American. It would be called the Doge dividend.
Now, the crazy thing about this is I said this yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, $4,000 to $5,000 for each American, and I heard some whispers of that, and I just threw a figure out there, and that's exactly what happened when I did a little bit more research. $4,000 to $5,000 for each American paying tax-paying citizen is amazing, and that would definitely helps not only the American citizens, but it would also help out the economy. People got more money in their pocket. I mean, what could you do with an extra 4 or 5 grand? Right? People that you could pay off some debt. I mean, we have been going through it. So for Elon Musk to even present this is monumental. And Trump is already considering it. So, man, let's continue. Well, also, before I continue, you saw $55 billion that so far the tipping of the iceberg that is accounted for. 55 billion. So they do the math, they slice 20% of that, and they are able to afford to give each American taxpaying citizen $5,000. Because remember, I was talking yesterday, Trump is even considering doing away with the whole income tax situation. You know what I'm saying? Every year I don't get a refund, me personally. I owe every year. They say I make too much money, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all had the same situation. So if they could do away with that, man, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? People that get, tax refunds, hey, blessings to you. But just imagine if you were able to keep more of your money anyway, you wouldn't even miss it. At the end of the year, people run through that tax money like water anyway. But 20% of the debt, 20%, not the debt, but 20% of the misappropriated corruption that they are able to afford to give every taxpaying citizen $5,000. Man, that speaks volumes, man. But let's continue.
Let's go, baby. Y'all, that's my president, Donald J. Trump. So, y'all, Trump just announced that he is considering giving the American people a refund after finding out the government has been stealing from us for far too long. Yeah.
Shout out to the content creator, OK Rick.
Y'all, the media mad. Oh, they are really mad. Promises made, promises kept. And let me tell you here, okay? It's called Doge dividends. Yeah, Elon told Trump about it. But guess who told Elon about it? My homeboy, James Fishback. James Fishback came up with the idea to give Americans Doge dividends. He posted about it. He had a whole proposal. And then Elon responded and said he will let President Donald Trump know about it. And then the next day, President Donald J. Trump said he will be considering giving the American people a refund, the refund that we deserve. Actually, you know what? Abolish the IRS. They lost. How do y'all not know what happened to $4.7 trillion? How does the government not know what happened to $4.7 trillion?
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. How in the world do the IRS not know about $4.7 trillion that's untraceable? Anybody that owes the IRS should be automatically forgiven, and we should be reimbursed. And I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. Not to get off into the whole COVID-19 situation, but I think we're going to get so much back from all this abuse. This is just the beginning. We're going to have so many stimulus checks coming our way. Hey, man, people that are not for this, you got to be a part of the problem. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. But there are people that are against this. And I want to present another video, you know what I'm saying, to kind of highlight what I mean by that. Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah, we're going to let this rock out here, man. Shout out to the content creator, Matt Morse TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, right now, President Trump is finalizing the details of a plan to give every single American a $5,000 tax refund. And I'll tell you what, this plan has the Democrats absolutely losing their minds. So you see, right now, this tax refund is being called the Doge dividend, and the way it works is actually revolutionary. Now, as I'm sure many of you know, right now, the Department of Government Efficiency is hacking and slashing all of the fraud and waste out of our federal budget. In fact, as things stand right now, the DOGE has been able to cut out over $55 billion worth of waste so far, with the ultimate goal of cutting out $2 trillion by 2026. And so now, here's what the Doge dividend proposal actually looks like. For every dollar cut by the Department of Government Efficiency, every American would get 20% of that back in the form of a tax refund. So what that means is that if you do the math on all of that, like I said earlier, we're talking about a $5,000 tax refund for every single tax-paying American.
Wait for this commercial to go. That is insane, bro.
Now, the Doge dividend proposal document actually gives some extra insight and clarity into why President Trump is pursuing this at all. You see, 4 big reasons are given for the Doge tax refund. Benefit 1, it will serve to right the wrongs that were done to the American taxpayer. Benefit 2, it will share the benefits of cost cutting with the American taxpayer. Benefit 3, it will boost tax morale. And benefit 4, it will incentivize 2025 labor force participation.
All right, let's stop that right there, man. Let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Because we were just here with the last 4 years. We seen all this money going to illegal immigration. We saw all this money going to different countries. Now we seeing Social Security benefits being dispersed to people that are 150 to 300 years old. We know they still not living. You know what I'm saying? But who is cashing them checks? We saw all this with FEMA not able to have money for natural disasters in the form of wildfires and hurricanes. You know what I'm saying? When we pay into this system on a daily basis, yearly basis, annually. But now, you know, that administration didn't even give us so much as a stimulus check. And within under a month, we have uncovered all of this corruption. Look at this. Look at this. These are the benefits to what Trump and Elon Musk have put together. 1, righting the wrong done to the taxpayer. Benefit 2, sharing the benefits of cost cutting with the taxpayer. Number 3, boost tax morale. Well, I just say, you give Americans our money, what we gonna do? We gonna quite naturally stimulate the economy. Benefit 4, incentivizing 2025 labor force participation. People gonna be able to hire more people, more businesses are gonna get started. Who in their right mind will have an issue with what they're proposing? And let's continue, because it doesn't even increase inflation. Let's go.
And then, to top all of that off, because this tax refund is driven by budget cutting measures and not being financed, it won't even be inflationary.
Thank you. This is something that we're cutting debt, taking the money that we found that was being misappropriated, and just reversing it back to the American citizens. So we have more money in our pocket to stimulate it's a win-win for everybody. But let's continue.
So folks, I don't know about you guys, but to me, this sounds like a pretty good idea. Now, that being said, not everyone is happy about this because, as you can imagine, the folks over at CNN are actively doing everything they can to undermine all of this. But before we move on and take a look at that, I want to say real quick, if you guys enjoyed the daily news coverage, please consider subscribing to the channel because it really does help a ton with my daily struggle against the YouTube algorithm. But okay, take a look at how Stephen Miller, Trump's political advisor, absolutely destroys CNN's entire narrative about all of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pay very close attention to this because this man is about to destroy this anchor on CNN, and you have to be a complete idiot, you know what I'm saying, to agree with this lady. Watch this.
The American people are exhausted and tired of watching their tax dollars be corruptly spent, abused, wasted, and in every sense robbed and stolen from them.
Facts. Let's go.
This president, for the first time in history, is committed to restoring accountability at every level of the federal government. You may assert there's no waste in the Pentagon. You may assert there's no waste in
Stephen,
Treasury.
I'm not
you may
asserting,
assert there's no waste in HHS.
Stephen, I don't think anyone.
Then why are you not celebrating these cuts? If you agree there is waste, if you agree there is abuse, if you agree there is corruption, why are you not celebrating the cuts, the reforms that are being instituted? Every day that no action is taken, the entire
Stephen,
salaries of American workers that are taxed disappear forever.
Nah, ain't no calm down, lady. You see what I'm saying? This lady sitting up there talking about some calm down. No, it's time to get fired up. Y'all stealing from the American people. You know what I'm saying? Giving money away like it's free ice cream to all these different nations for all these frivolous, stupid, goofy reasons. But you want to tell the American people to calm down. No, the American people should be infuriated right now. This ain't nothing to be calming down about. Man, let's continue, man. These people is crazy.
Stephen, let's calm down.
This is
we're not having a debate.
There's no reason
about whether there are
you
places.
You are clearly trying to debate me, and I will be as excited as I want to be about the fact that we are saving Americans billions of dollars, that we are ending the theft and waste and grift and corruption, that we are stopping American taxpayer dollars from subsidizing a rogue federal bureaucracy that has been relentlessly weaponized against the American people.
Okay,
you may not care about
I'm
this
not
issue.
Talking about
your colleagues may
whether
not care about this issue, but we care about this issue. The American people care about this issue.
They also care about privacy.
And the American public overwhelmingly supports what President Trump is doing.
This lady just sat up here and said they also care about privacy. No, y'all care about being private because y'all are coming up with all these reasons to spend money laundering, sending millions of dollars to Gaza and all that for
were you recently
whatever y'all talking about? Hold on, let me
injured in a car accident?
Let me let that go.
Folks, you know,
y'all sitting up there want privacy so y'all can continue to steal. That's why you want privacy. The American people want transparency. See, it's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to how our money and taxes are being spent and misappropriated, we don't want privacy in that situation. We want transparency. Now, that Doge and Elon Musk is in there, we got transparency. So with that being said, now that we have transparency, now we're going to fix the problem and redirect the funds where it rightfully belongs. Let's get to it.
You know what I absolutely love about that video? It really displays that making America great again is no longer up for debate. We all voted to give President Trump a mandate to fix this country, and guess what? That is exactly what is happening. And so really, what's sad when you think about it is that despite the vast majority of this country actually supporting everything that President Trump is doing right now, still, the corrupt legacy media is trying to push their progressive agenda. In fact, you know what? Elon Musk made a great point about all of this just last night. Take a look.
When these attacks occur, the thing that they're accusing the administration of is what they are guilty of. They're saying that things are
Man, everything that they're accusing Trump of doing is exactly what they're doing. They saying that he's corrupt. They saying that he's trying to steal or misappropriate. That's just projection. That's all they do is try to project they bullshit onto Donald Trump. But in all actuality, that's exactly what they're doing. And the more research and the more you pay attention, that's all they ever do.
Are being done unconstitutional. But what they are doing is unconstitutional. They are guilty of the crime of which they accuse us.
That's always the first thing they do. He's in violation of the Constitution. They don't even know what they're talking. Well,
It's absurd.
Know. It's just a con job. It's a big con job. And they're so bad for the country, so dangerous and so bad. And the media is so bad. When I watch MSNBC, which I don't watch much, but you have to watch the enemy on occasion, the level of arrogance and cheating, and they're just horrible people.
Yeah, and everyone in America knows that they're textbook definition hypocrites too, and people are just sick of it. So no wonder their ratings are in the toilet. But hey, you know whose ratings aren't in the toilet right now? Take a look at this.
Donald Trump and the Republican Party has changed the electorate. What do I mean by that?
Pay attention to this. The American people have spoken. In the election on November 5th and November 4th, and his approval ratings are through the roof. It's only the left, the Democrats, that have a problem with what he's doing because he's exposing their fraudulent behavior. They ain't able to keep stealing up under our nose no more. But as far as the American people, the vast majority are in favor of everything that Donald Trump is doing, man. It's crazy.
Well, let's take a look at party identification, Democrats versus Republicans. You go back to 2017, 5 points more of the electorate was Democrats than Republicans. You go to 2021 when Joe Biden was starting out, look at that, 6 points more of the electorate was Democrats than Republicans. But look at what's happened in February of 2025. Look at this. Republicans, there are more Republicans in the electorate than there are Democrats. Republican +2. So Donald Trump and the Republicans have remade the electorate. They've turned some people over from being Democrats or independents to become Republicans. New folks have entered the electorate who are more Republican leaning. And so when you combine that with the fact that Republicans are really, really behind Donald Trump, all of a sudden you get a winning recipe whereby you break the normal rules of politics and give Donald Trump that positive net approval rating when he had pretty much a consistently negative one in term number one. As I said at the beginning, he's copying Frank Sinatra, doing it my way.
Most people have no clue that in 2024, the best way to make money with Amazon is not with physical products.
Wow. So what's the takeaway of all of that? It means that President Trump not only has rebuilt the Republican Party, but also he's rebuilding America. And hey, here's the reality.
Right.
Democrats have yet to come to terms with this reality, but guess what? Americans are absolutely loving Trump's agenda. Border security is popular. Mass deportations are popular. Focusing domestically here in America as opposed to globally elsewhere in the world is popular. Cutting out government waste is popular. And guess what? $5,000 tax refunds are also pretty popular. And
sound like a plan to me.
So, hey, this is the reason why President Trump won every single swing state and was the first Republican to win the popular vote in 20 years and was able to shift all 50 states to the right in the 2024 election and now has the highest approval ratings of all time. Because people love what President Trump is doing and they're sick of all the manipulation coming from the left. In fact, take a look at what Chuck Schumer had to say about all of this just earlier this morning.
Is it the belief of the caucus that there is wasteful spending in government that needs to be cut? Do you agree with those in that sense?
Of course there's some wasteful spending, but you don't use a meat axe and cut everything. We need to look at each program. We need to go through Congress and see what's wasteful and move to eliminate it, and what's very not wasteful, but very much needed.
So, folks, that is a perfect example of the manipulation and lies from the left that people are just sick of. Because he's pushing this blatantly false narrative that Trump is just going around indiscriminately cutting things from the federal budget and that Trump should instead work with Congress to get rid of all the waste. And it's like, hey, newsflash, Congress pretty much created all of the waste.
Thank you. I think we got the full gist of that. So with all that being said, man, where I go. Anybody that has a problem with this, whether you like Donald Trump, Elon Musk, whatever, you got to be in favor of having more money in your pocket, man. That's just common sense. So anybody that's talking crazy about this new proposal, is either delusional or they part of the problem. And, for all the American citizens that have been, going through hardships and they need some extra bread to, get them over the hump. It's been a struggle over the past 4 years. This sounds like a wonderful idea. It sounds like it would help a lot of people. And I would argue that it would be in our best interest to support Donald Trump in this, which would entail support ourselves. But hey, what do I know? Voices for the voiceless. It's your boy Jay Taylor. We peace and blessings. We love y'all. And we'll see you soon. Thank you.